Ladies and gentlemen, we once again welcome you to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Today's contest between coaches and your Carson-Newman Eagles. At this time, we ask that you rise. First, for our education, given today by Carson baseball player Smith, who remains standing for playing bar and fire. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your blessings and for the opportunity to see today. Thank you for the work and preparing us for this moment. Protect every player, coach, umpire, and fan. Give us clear minds, disciplined hearts, and courage to compete the right way. Let our effort and attitude honor you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. Gentlemen, move your caps. First, forward service members may deliver a salute. We honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
The final home South Atlantic Conference series of the season for Carson-Newman baseball is about to get underway. The Eagles set to host Coker for a 3-game South Atlantic Conference home series, celebrating Senior Day tomorrow. The Eagles wrap up their home slate. This is 3 games over the next 2 days, part of this 5-game homestand to end the 2026 home regular season for Carson-Newman baseball. The Eagles at 24-17. Welcome in a Coker team tied for 8th place at 12-29 overall and 9-18 in the league this season. Good afternoon from the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you to the Jefferson City, Tennessee for the first of 3 this weekend between the Cobras and Eagles. Carson-Newman will send sophomore right-hander Christian Henderson to the mound to make his 11th start of the season, 53 innings for the sophomore right-hander. Just 1 win, 1 loss for Henderson this season. A 4.5 earned run average with opponents hitting just under 270 against him this season. First full season that Christian's been in this weekend rotation. He's been moved to the Friday Game 1 starter over the last few weeks and has had some good starts in those efforts, and now goes to work against this Coker lineup that averages just under 6 runs per game so far this season. Final home South Atlantic Conference series for Carson-Newman baseball. The Eagles can make their way up the league standings. Right now 7th place, as they've been for the last month and more. Hoping to move up potentially this week with a good week end series here at the Cobras. Luke Alford leads things off for Coker in the opening inning against Henderson, whose fastball at 87 is high at 203 for a ball. Alford, the right fielder, making his 23rd start of the year, hitting .326. Did not play in the month of March, or did not play in the month of February. First action came in March as he grounds 1 to first. Nice backhand play by Floyd off 2 hops. Will take it to the bag himself. 3 unassisted is the first out here in the opening inning for Henderson and the Eagles. Carson-Newman defensively has Cole Nathan joining Logan Floyd along the right side of that infield. Nathan at second base. Sebastian Rodriguez back at shortstop with Aiden Gibson manning the hot corner. Left field is Ryan Bolton. Braxton Smith back in center with Bradley Soto Diaz in right as Henderson fires in a fastball high. It's 1-0. Carson Cochran does the catching for Carson-Newman, making his 23rd start of the year. 1-0 pitch outside corner at 90 from Henderson. It's a called strike to even the count on Matthew Lipsy. Coker's center fielder leads the team with 18 stolen bases this season for a Coker team with 75 on the year. Henderson misses outside, 2-ball, 1-strike count here in the opening inning with one away to Matthew Lipsy, a .315 hitter this season. Hits in 5 of his last 6, and he takes an elevated pitch from Henderson. It's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Two pitches thrown by Henderson to get the first out, and now a 5th one to Lipsy's a strike at the knees, and the count is full. Lipsy yet to swing the bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Henderson shakes off the first sign from Cochran. Now gets into his windup, the payoff. Swing and a miss behind the fastball. Henderson blows it by Lipsy, and the sophomore has his first strikeout in his 42nd of the year. 2 away now in the first. Henderson must have shook off a breaking ball, wanted to go to that heater, and placed it well on the outer edge. Got it past Lipsy, and now 2 away for Luke Miller. And Coker's catcher takes a strike. Interesting story here with Luke Miller, just his 9th start of the year. And he's hit safely in 5 straight games, played sparingly early in the year, but has played a lot here as of late and in April. As Henderson misses inside with the ball. A 5-game hitting streak, and during this hitting streak for Miller, Miller has 2 hits in 4 of those 5 games each. 1-1 pitch on the way, grounded softly to third. Gibson to his right, gobbles it up, low throw. Floyd picks it at first, and the inning's over. Great defensive work there by Floyd on the backside of that Gibson throw. It's a 10-pitch, 1-2-3 first for Henderson and the Eagles. They come to bat after this.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Coker turns to a left-handed pitcher here in the series opener. They give the ball to junior left-hander Blake Baldwin from Athens, Georgia, to make his 10th start of the year, 13th overall appearance. Baldwin with a 6.7 ERA and 45 1/3 innings on the mound this year. 2 wins and 3 losses, the record for Baldwin so far in 2026. He's had some really good efforts on the mound this year. 7 1/3 against Emory and Henry earlier this month, in a game which he scattered 10 hits, but last time out against Anderson gave up 6 runs and only recorded 8 outs. So looking for a bounce-back effort here against the Eagles on this Friday afternoon, a perfect Friday afternoon for the series opener between these two teams. 77 degrees and partly cloudy, mainly sunny, as these two teams have warmed up and have started this game today. 24-17. Carson-Newman against 12-29 Coker to open up this 3-game series. All right, Logan Floyd will stand in first for Carson-Newman. Second time this year, and in the last 3 games, Logan Floyd bats leadoff for Carson-Newman, hitting .416. One of the best batting averages in the Southeast region. Stands in first, and Floyd takes a strike from Baldwin at 77. Floyd with 62 hits. That obviously leads Carson-Newman this year. He's got 195 career hits, 5 away from 200 for his career. waits on a breaking ball and skies it foul off to the right side, and it's 0-2. Carson-Newman's last hitter with 200 career hits, Tyler Thompson, in 2021, ended his Eagles career with 213. 0-2 on Floyd batting leadoff. The Eagles here in the opening inning. Baldwin's 0-2. Pitch goes away, blocked by Miller at the plate, and it's a ball and 2 strikes on Logan Floyd. Cole Nathan, Bradley Soto Diaz after Floyd here in the opening inning. For the Eagles, 1-2 pause. And Floyd drives one down the left field line. This will hook foul on a 78-mile-per-hour pitch from Baldwin. And it's still a 1-2 count on Carson-Newman's leadoff batter, Floyd, hitting .416 as we said. Top 5 in the region and in the conference so far this year. 1-2 again. Line drive again. This one drops in for a base hit, staying fair, and it rolls up to the left fielder, Peterson, who keeps it in front before it gets to the wall. And Floyd has a leadoff base hit here in the opening inning. Floyd continues what has been an impressive junior season. He's now hit safely in 7 straight and has reached base safely in 25 straight with that 2-strike line drive single to left. Just over top the leaping Wojcik at third. 1 on, nobody out for Cole Nathan here in the opening inning. Lefty Baldwin sets, and the first one to Nathan is outside for a ball. Cole Nathan has the longest on-base streak by an Eagles player this year. He's been on base in 29 straight games. During this stretch, Cole has got 32 hits over this 29-game streak. 1-0. Baldwin paints the outer edge with a called strike. Part of the reason head coach Tom Griffin and his staff wanted to put Floyd in the leadoff spot is they know he gets on base, but also the bottom of the order has had such great success. In this case, the Eagles get off to a good start with Floyd's base hit. Can the others follow? Nathan waits on a breaking ball, crushes it out towards center field. Lipsy going back to the warning track, has room, and makes the catch. The lefty fires it back in and keeps Floyd to first. Well hit by Nathan. He hit a 100 miles per hour off his bat on a 70 mile per hour breaking ball, but tough luck on the fly out to Lipsy in center. And there's one away for Bradley Soto Diaz. Coker has Luke Peterson in left. We mentioned Lipsy just made that catch. Matthew Lipsy in center field with Luke Alford to his right in right field. Luke Miller behind the plate catching for the Cobras as Blake Baldwin comes home with a first pitch. Fastball outside for a ball. Colton Penner is the first baseman holding Floyd there right now. Gavin Edens at second base. Peter Adams, the Limestone transfer, at shortstop, with Rocco Wojcik playing at third base as Baldwin picks over to Floyd at first base. Home plate umpire in the series opener is Cameron Haney. Randall Hartz is the first base umpire with Jake Britt, the third base umpire, currently behind the mound. 1-0. Soto Diaz takes a strike. .387 batting average for Bradley Soto Diaz in his first season with Carson-Newman. It's been a nice addition to this lineup for the Eagles. 13 multi-hit games, 7 multi-RBI games as he takes low and inside. Good block by Miller. Keeps that one away from the backstop and keeps Floyd at first base as well. Like Nathan and Floyd, Soto Diaz has been on base with his own streak. He's been on base in 10 straight as Floyd's checked on by Baldwin at first. Eagles trying to apply some early pressure. Logan Floyd's 63rd hit of the year has him at first here in the opening inning with one away. 2-1 set for the southpaw Baldwin. And he checks on Floyd again. Floyd does have 7 stolen bases this year, but not necessarily going to take off. Could do it in a hit-and-run scenario. See how the Eagles play this situation. Favorable count with Soto Diaz batting. 2 balls and a strike. Baldwin comes home. It misses away, 3-1. 45-plus innings for Baldwin this year, just 34 strikeouts to 26 walks. Hitters count for Soto Diaz. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. And it's strike 2. Baldwin fell behind, but now he's able to work the count full on Bradley Soto Diaz here in the first. With his changeup getting Soto Diaz to swing and miss. Lefty comes set at the belt. From the right side of the rubber, pitches home, and Soto Diaz hits one high in the air. It's slicing near the right field line. Alford is after it. He won't get there. It bounces over the wall, and it's a ground rule double for Bradley Soto Diaz. You rarely see that here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex, but it hit so sharply off the grass out there in right, and it probably would have scored Floyd had it stayed in the park, but it goes over the wall. And Bradley Soto Diaz pulls up at second with his 12th double of the year. Floyd was 75% of the way to third when the ball bounced over the wall. Baldwin comes home to Kilgore and hits him in the knee, left knee. 7th time Blake Baldwin has hit a batter this year, and the bases are loaded for Carson-Newman in the opening inning. Single fly-out double hit by pitch so far in this opening inning. And now Sebastian Rodriguez bats with the bases loaded. The Eagles have had at least 84 at-bats this year with the bases loaded. 19 of 84 this year with the bases loaded as Rodriguez takes an inside corner strike. Rodriguez is 2 of 5. With the bases loaded this year. 1 of 4 Eagles with at least 2 bases loaded hits this year. 0-1 from Baldwin. Swing and a miss behind the breaking ball, and it's 0-2. This is a lefty-lefty matchup. Carson-Newman's only left-handed batter in the order. Technically, Rodriguez is a switch hitter, but has not hit from the right side this year. Eagles have kept him to his strong left side, even in these matchups. 0-2 from Baldwin. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. It drops in the zone, and Baldwin has his first punch out, a big one, and there's 2 away now in the opening inning for Aiden Gibson. Good pitch sequence there from Baldwin. And he drops the inside corner breaking ball just below the waist of Rodriguez for the second out. And now Aiden Gibson gets a turn. Aiden Gibson tied for the most at-bats with the bases loaded. That will change here as he bats with the bases loaded with 2 outs in the opening inning and takes a strike. Gibson has had some great moments as of late. Multi-hit day, 3 hits against Tusculum on Tuesday. He's hitting .287 in his senior season. 0-1. Tried to take it the other way and was late on a fastball and fouled it off. Strike 2 on the Cleveland native. Cleveland, Tennessee native Aiden Gibson, one of 13 seniors that will be honored prior to tomorrow's doubleheader. Batting here in the series opener with the bases loaded, 2 outs, in a scoreless first inning. 0-2 pitch from Baldwin, well outside. Gibson knew that, takes it outside for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. The lefty Baldwin pitches. Gibson thought about it and stays away from the fastball away, 2-2. Baldwin trying to escape this first inning. He loaded the bases by hitting Tanner Kilgore. He's given up 2 hits in the frame. Here's a 2-2. Well high and outside, and now the count is full. So 2 quick strikes on Gibson, and then 3 pitches that have not really been in the strike zone anywhere close to it to make it a full count. Runners will be on the move when Baldwin heads home. The payoff to Gibson. Swing and a ground ball. It bounces its way through the left side for a base hit. Floyd scores. Soto Diaz is headed home. He scores. Going to third is Tanner Kilgore safely. A 2-run, 2-strike, 2-out single from Aiden Gibson gets Carson-Newman on the board. Good base running by the Eagles as well. They were in motion, obviously, when Baldwin went home. That allowed Soto Diaz to score pretty easily, but Kilgore went first to third on a ball hit to left. Gibson now has 25 runs batted in this year. Corners occupied now for Braxton Smith here in the first. Still 2 outs. Smith takes a called strike. It's a good sign to see Aiden Gibson swing the bat like that, because this season when he has recorded hits, they've come in bunches. A 1 from Baldwin. Smith shows bunt, takes an outside corner strike. Aiden Gibson this year has 7 multi-hit games. In 6 of those, he's had at least 3. He's only had 1 2-hit game of his 7 multi-hit performances this year. Good sign for what could come for Aiden in this series opener. 0-2 to Braxton Smith. Fastball outside for a ball. Smith hitting .325, his 35th start of the year. Batting in the 7-hole here in this series opener. And waits on a 1-2. Takes it outside. Close pitch. Baldwin took a half step toward his dugout, but didn't get the call from Cameron Haney behind the plate. And the count evens. 2-2 to Smith. Swing and a drive toward left center field. Lipsy after it toward the gap and makes the catch knee high on the run for the final out of the inning. But a great inning for Carson-Newman. The Eagles scored twice on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 2. It's Aiden Gibson's 2-run single that has Carson-Newman up 2-0 after 1 on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
It was a smooth first inning for Carson-Newman. On the defensive side, Christian Henderson had an 11-pitch 1-2-3 half inning, and then his offense produced 2 runs on 3 hits. And thanks to Aiden Gibson's 2-strike, 2-out base hit, the Eagles have a 2-0 lead as Henderson goes to work against 4, 5, and 6 of Coker's order. This is Gavin Johnson leading the inning off. And he takes a high fastball from Henderson for ball 1. Gavin Johnson is Coker's designated hitter in this series opener. 1-0 breaking ball breaks away. 2 balls and no strikes. Johnson leads this Coker team with a .364 average this year. 23 runs batted in for Johnson on the year. Rounds one softly foul toward his dugout first base side. Those 23 runs batted in, one of the top marks on this team. He's one of 6 players on this Coker team and in the lineup with a .300 batting average at least, as he lines one sharply back up the middle for a base hit. Rodriguez reached out but couldn't get to it on a sharply hit line drive back up the middle for a base hit. Johnson has Coker's first hit. It comes to start the second. And now Colton Penner, the batter for the Cobras. This is a Coker team that has 34 sacrifice bunts this year. A team that loves to play small ball. Let's see what they do with Penner here with 1 on. First pitch, a little softly hit line drive to center field for a base hit. So Henderson's breaking ball hit softly enough, but it drops in front of Smith. And it's consecutive singles on consecutive pitches for the Cobras here in the second inning. And now Rocco Wojcik. Certainly you figure this will be a sacrifice situation now with 2 on and nobody out. Carson-Newman's defense is anticipating that. Gibson at third is playing just inside the bag, and as is Floyd at first. Henderson comes set, first one home, low and inside. Did Wojcik stay around? The appeal to the third base umpire says he did not. Ball one. Again, Coker 34 sacrifice bunts, second most in the conference, only behind Newberry's 39, 12th most nationally. 1-0 set from Henderson. A look at second base. Now another pitch to Wojcik. Third base side is the bunt. The Eagles are going to let it roll foul. It's a perfect bunt. Had it stayed fair, I think Wojcik would have been safe. At the very least, it would have been a bang-bang play at first, but the Eagles watched the ball go foul wisely. And it's a strike on Coker's third baseman. Two on, nobody out. Second inning, Eagles by 2. Henderson will step off and lob a throw over to Rodriguez at short. First career appearance for Christian Henderson on the mound against Coker in his career. Pitching at home for the 9th time in his career as well. 1-1. Wojcik bunts again. Third base side. Perfect bunt. Gibson will field. Throw to first is a quick one. Nathan covers, and the play's made. Well done by Eden Gibson. Calm with the work there defensively. Nathan covers on the 5-4 sack bunt. Runners advance. And it is second and third with 1 out for Luke Peterson. Won't be the first, or won't be the last sacrifice bunt you hear and see from this Coker team this weekend. Now can Peterson tie the game with a base hit? Henderson sets. First one is outside for a ball. Henderson coming off a good start against Mars Hill. 5 2/3 innings last weekend. Was an out away from a quality start, only gave up 3 runs and had 4 strikeouts. 1-0 pause. And a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball away. Peterson swings and misses for a strike. Luke Peterson, a .278 hitter, making his second straight start. Started in Coker's midweek win over UNC Pembroke on Tuesday. 1-1 set for Henderson, 2 in scoring position. As he misses high, it's ball 2. Luke Peterson this year with 22 hits, but 16 of those 22 hits came in the first month of the year. He only has 6 hits since the start of March. Still batting .278 though. 2-1. Ground ball right side. Nathan will go and field it. Henderson covers first with Floyd diving and not making the initial play. Henderson backs him up to cover the base to get the out, but a run scores and it's 2-1. RBI ground out for Luke Peterson, his 11th RBI of the year, cuts Coker's deficit in half. A rare 4-1 putout at first base for the second out of the inning, and now the Limestone transfer, Peter Adams. Henderson's first one of the shortstop is a breaking ball for a strike. Colton Penner moves to third base with Johnson scoring on that ground out. Coker can tie the game with the base hit here with 2 away in the second. Henderson comes set in the 0-1. Breaking ball drops it again to Adams for a called strike. The 2 early base hits. Coker's brought home a run. Henderson trying to keep it that way. Keep his team in front. Long 0-2 pause. Plenty of time to pitch. And now he offers an 0-2 and jams Adams, who fouls it off right side. Adams hitting .250 this year, transferring in from Limestone, 24th start of the year. In the midst of one of his best stretches of baseball, hits in 4 straight. A hit here would extend his hitting streak and tie the game. Swing and a miss. Good Henderson breaking ball. Cochran tags out Adams, and the inning's over. A second strikeout for Christian Henderson, but Coker strikes with its first run in the second inning on 2 hits, no errors, and they strand a runner on base. It's the Eagles by a run after an inning and a half here in Jefferson City, Tennessee on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Andrew Rogers, glad to welcome you back to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex on a near 80-degree, partly cloudy day for this series opener between Carson-Newman and Coker, two teams that are hoping to be in the conference tournament come May, with this being the penultimate week of the regular season. Blake Baldwin begins the second, getting Carson Cochran check swing at a fastball for a strike. Baldwin faced 7 batters in the opening inning, gave up 3 hits and 2 runs. 2 runs scored on 1 base hit from Aiden Gibson. 0-1. Good pitch from Baldwin, and he's ahead Cochran 0-2. 345 average for Carson Cochran in 29 games. 20 hits, 59 at-bats, 11 runs batted in for the redshirt sophomore. There's a soft flare to right. It will hang up for Alford, who backs up and has to make the catch. Looked like it was going to be a routine play, but Alford at the last second had to keep stepping back and backpedaled finally enough to make the catch above his head for the first out of the inning. And now Ryan Bolton. Bolton, the 9-hitter, back to the top for Logan Floyd after Ryan. Here in the second inning with 1 away. Bolton swings away at the first pitch, lines it to right. Alford will make the catch on that line drive, hit 95 miles per hour off Bolton's bat for the second out of the inning. A lot of fly balls. Every ball that's been put in play by Carson-Newman for an out has been a fly out. Baldwin has 1 strikeout and 4 flyouts for his first 5 outs of his 10th start of the year. Now he faces Logan Floyd, who started the game with a single. And takes an outside corner fastball for a strike. A lot of change-ups in the first inning from Baldwin. He's mixing a lot of fastballs here in this second inning. He's ahead on Floyd 0-1. And misses away 1-1. We mentioned Tyler Thompson. That's who Floyd's chasing as well, to have the program's highest batting average in its Division II history. Thompson hit .438 in 2019 as Floyd takes low and away for a ball 2. With Floyd's base hit earlier in this game, he's now hitting .420. Certainly going to have a really good end of the year, and when you get into the postseason, you're going to be playing some great teams. But the way Floyd's swinging, he is close to reaching that mark as he takes a breaking ball for a strike. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Floyd's current mark would be second highest in program history in the Division II era of Carson-Newman baseball, hitting .420 right now. 2-2 set for Baldwin. Floyd drives a fastball to short. On 1 hop, Peter Adams down to a knee to field it. He'll throw out Floyd with a strong throw, and it's a 1-2-3 second inning for Blake Baldwin. 2 flyouts to right and a ground out to short for a scoreless second for Blake Baldwin and the Cobras. 2-1 Carson-Newman after 2. 2. 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2
The This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shop cneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shop cneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shop cneagles.com.
Nine 1-2 for Coker to open up this third inning against Christian Henderson. The Cobras get a run in the second inning. After two early hits, now Henderson goes back to work to try to keep the Eagles in front. Carson-Newman's been playing behind all year, and what I mean by that is the Eagles have only been 500 in conference play for one total game, and really for only a couple hours, as Gavin Edens opens up the third inning. The right-handed hitting second baseman takes the first pitch high from Henderson for a ball. Carson-Newman was 10-10 after taking the first game and walking off Newberry at the end of February in the second game of the series, first of the Saturday doubleheader, as Edens pops one up in the infield. It's drifting toward foul ground for Logan Floyd. He goes up the hill, can't make the catch. He is 2 steps up the hill and could not see it into his mitt. It'll be a foul ball. The Eagles were 10-10 after that. Series went over Newberry, but then the Wolves salvaged a game by winning the finale. Carson-Newman dropped to 10-11 in the league, and the Eagles have not been 500 since that point. They've been a game away from getting to 500, but have not been back to 500 or better this year in the league. 1-1, grounded back to Henderson. Hit pretty sharply, but Henderson was ready for it, and he will toss it to Floyd at first for a ground out. One away. 1-3 on the putout to start the third inning to retire Edens. A win here in the opener will get Carson-Newman to 14-14 in the league with this series, and then one at UVA Wise next weekend. Is bunting for a hit here is Alford. Good bunt. Cochran out of his stance to throw him out, and there's 2 away. Good job there by Carson Cochran behind the dish. Throws out Alford trying to bunt for a hit, and a 2-3 put out is the second out of the inning. Alford showed bunt early, and the way he was lining that up looked like he wanted to go third base side as Lipsy shows bunt and takes a strike, pulls it back at the last second. Looked like Alford wanted to bunt at third base side, but instead bunted it back in front of the mound, in front of the plate as well. 0-1, chopper to short. Rodriguez attacks it, waits on that last hop, throws to first, and a quick turn there by Rodriguez, and the strong throw retires Lipsy. How about the efficiency from Henderson in the third? It's a 1-2-3 inning, his second of the day. Keeps the Eagles in front 2-1 after 2.5.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Blake Baldwin has retired the last 4 Carson-Newman batters. He goes to work against 2, 3, and 4 here in the 3rd inning on the Eagles Sports Network. Cole Nathan, Bradley Soto Diaz, and Tanner Kilgore all reached, or 2 of those 3 reached in the opening inning, part of that 2-run first. Get their second cracks against Blake Baldwin here in the 3rd inning on the Eagles Sports Network. We talked about Carson-Newman's conference standing. More on that as we go along. Coker, on the other hand, is 9-18 in the league. And the Cobras are right there battling with 2 other teams for that final spot in the conference tournament. Only the top 8 teams make it to the conference tournament. First pitch of the inning is a breaking ball. Curveball drops into Nathan for a strike. Coker is tied with Tusculum at 9-18 in the league for 8th place. Both those teams have a game edge on Anderson. And then technically Emory and Henry and UVA Wise are not out of the picture, but they're both 3 and 4 games back of 8th place as Nathan takes ball 1 low. And so the Cobras will hope for LR to have success at Tusculum this weekend, and then certainly the Cobras will want to play well here in Jefferson City to lock up a conference tournament berth as Baldwin misses outside. Consecutive pitches have missed to Cole Nathan. Coker plays Tusculum at home next weekend, so that series in Hartsville will mean a lot and probably determine who is that last team in the field. As Baldwin misses high again, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike on Cole Nathan, who flew out against the lefty in the first. Hitters count for Nathan, hitting 300 for the year. Big swing and a miss at a changeup, and it's 3-2. Carson-Newman sitting pretty comfortably. Nobody's threatened them for 7th really all year, and they've got a 4-game edge on this Coker team and Tusculum for 7th place. 3-2 set on the way. Line drive, late swing by Nathan, and lines it foul toward Coker's dugout. Carson-Newman can lock up a tournament appearance with 2 wins this weekend. There's also other scenarios the Eagles could lock up a berth because of having a tiebreaker on Tusculum without winning 2 games this weekend. But 2 wins secures a spot as Nathan swings and misses at a changeup into the turf. Miller will have to throw to first, high throw, but collected by Penner. And that's Blake Baldwin's second strikeout. He gets Nathan swinging to start the 3rd. 7-pitch at bat there, won by Baldwin. And now the 1-out batter is Bradley Soto Diaz. It's going to be hard for Coker and especially Tusculum, who lost a conference series to Carson-Newman, for those 2 teams to pass the Eagles. So the Eagles feel pretty comfortable about staying at least 7th in the league, where they've been for over a month, as Soto Diaz takes a strike. It's about whether Carson-Newman can move on up from 7th to maybe 5th or 6th in the league when it's all said and done next weekend. 0-1 to Soto Diaz is away. A fastball at 83. It's 1-1. The Eagles are 2.5 back of Mars Hill. They have a tiebreaker on the Lions, and they're 4 back of Newberry, who they also have a tiebreaker on. Swing and a miss by Soto Diaz. Late swing on a changeup, and it's strike 2. Newberry is tied with Lincoln Memorial for 4th place in the league. Eagles don't have the tiebreaker on the Rail Splitters, though, so would have to catch LMU by 5 games to pass them. 1-2's outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a chance, though. LMU, Newberry, Mars Hill, they have some challenging series the rest of the way. Lions will play the Wolves, actually, next weekend as well. 2-2. Good spot by Baldwin with his fastball just below the knees of Soto Diaz. And it's consecutive full counts now drawn by Carson-Newman hitters here in the 3rd. Nathan struck out swinging on a 3-2. What will Soto Diaz do? He'll do the same. Swing and a miss at a changeup into the turf. Out was recorded without the throwdown, and there's 2 away. A changeup has been used often by Blake Baldwin, and he's gotten Carson-Newman's 2 and 3 hitters to swing and miss at it on a 3-2 pitch in this 3rd inning. And now Tanner Kilgore. Both those pitches have not been in the strike zone, but that late movement has fooled Carson-Newman's hitters. Kilgore gets his turn with 2 away and nobody on, and takes outside. Well, since that 2-run single, Blake Baldwin has settled in very nicely. Now 6 straight have been retired by the left-handed pitcher. His breaking ball stays high, and Kilgore is yet to see a strike. He was hit by a pitch in that 2-run first on the first pitch of that at-bat, and he's worked ahead 2-0 here. And now 3-0. Kilgore getting back into the groove of things for Carson-Newman's offense, hitting back in the middle of this order. .319 average coming off a multi-hit, multi-RBI day on Tuesday against Tusculum as he takes a fastball for a called strike. 7 of Kilgore's 12 runs batted in this year are against the Pioneers as well. 3-1. Kilgore swings away and bounces it foul up the third base side, and the count is full. So how about this? Carson-Newman's made this inning extend, but Baldwin's a pitch away from a 1-2-3 frame despite Carson-Newman having worked the count full in each of these 3 plate appearances against him. 3-2. Breaking ball. Kilgore floats it right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Good 2-strike swing by Tanner Kilgore. And the Eagles have a 2-out runner with Kilgore recording Carson-Newman's first hit. Wasn't hit all that hard, but hard enough to get over top of Edens at second base to give the Eagles some 2-out life in the 3rd for Sebastian Rodriguez. Baldwin now has thrown 57 pitches. He's been in the zone a lot, no walks, and he's thrown 35 strikes, now 36 as Rodriguez sees a strike. It's not been an easy inning for Baldwin, just the 4th batter he's faced, but 3-2 counts to each of the first 3. Kilgore reaches with 2 away. Eagles by a run here in the 3rd. Baldwin's 0-1 to Rodriguez is low and outside, 1-1. Mentioned Rodriguez batting against the left-handed pitcher as a left-handed batter, 4 of 12 this season in these scenarios. 1-1, shows bunt, pulls it back because the pitch breaks away from the strike zone, 2-1. Two ball, 1 strike count on Sebastian Rodriguez. The freshman shortstop batting .270. Swinging a line drive through the right side, of base hit. Kilgore had to wait on the line drive. He rounds second base. He's trying to go first to third. Kilgore on his horse will stand up at third and move 2 bases on Rodriguez's 2-out single. Good running by Kilgore on that line drive single by Rodriguez. Had to hold up to make sure he didn't get hit by the line drive. So it slowed his momentum there for a second, but he still got first to third. And now the Eagles with another scenario here for Aiden Gibson. 2 on, 2 out. And Gibson with another chance to drive in some runs. Rodriguez has Carson-Newman's 5th hit. Baldwin sets the first one to Gibson. Low and inside, a ball. Baldwin now north of 60 pitches, 62 pitches as he faces Gibson for the 2nd time. Trying to keep this a 1-run game in the series opener. Eagles have the advantage. 1-0 from Baldwin. Gibson waits on the breaking ball, hits it softly to short. Adams waits on it and flips to second for the force out, and the inning's over. Eagles get some 2-out knocks from Kilgore and Rodriguez, but are not able to strike. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left by the Eagles. We've played a third of the opener of this series. It's Carson-Newman 2, it's Coker 1. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network for the top half of the fourth inning. It's Carson-Newman 2 and Coker 1. Eagles scored their 2 runs in the first inning. Coker got one back in the top half of that second inning. And we've had 3 consecutive scoreless half innings since that early scoring between these two clubs. All right, back to work is Christian Henderson. 3 innings of 1-run ball, and he starts Luke Miller with a called strike on a fastball at 88 miles per hour. Henderson against this Coker lineup for the second time through. This is the 3-hitter Miller taking a called strike 2. Just 36 pitches for Christian Henderson. Both these pitchers have been in the zone a lot. 25 strikes for Henderson as he gets Miller to foul an 0-2 fastball back. An 11-pitch first inning, 16-pitch second inning, and then just 6 pitches to toss that 1-2-3 third. Henderson has retired 6 straight since allowing those 2 base hits to open the second as Miller floats one softly to center. Going out to the outfield is Nathan, and on the run, tracks it down and makes the catch. Miller just trying to bloop one out into the outfield, and Nathan was ready and chased it down. One away on the pop out. Nathan has done many things well with his glove this year. Only 4 errors for the all-sack second baseman. Now Gavin Johnson. Breaking ball backside sliders a strike. Johnson has one of Coker's 2 hits. He started the second inning with a leadoff single. Later scored on Luke Peterson's ground out. And takes one low, does Johnson, for a ball. These two teams very similar. Not by record, but by how competitive both clubs have been this year, as Henderson drops in a breaking ball for a called strike 2. Prior to Carson-Newman's last loss, which was Mars Hill, the opener, or the first game of the doubleheader last weekend, the Eagles up until that 4-run loss had lost 8 straight by 3 or less, as Johnson hits one softly right side. Rolled it over to Nathan, who makes the play. And there are 2 away in the 4th inning. 8 straight retired by Christian Henderson. Prior to that loss, though, the Eagles had lost their previous 8 games by 3 runs or less. Had been so close, but have come up short in some close games. And Coker can say the same thing. First pitch to the 2-out batter, Colton Penner's outside for a ball. 19 of the 29 Coker losses this year by 4 runs or less, including their last 5. 1-0, ground ball left side. Gibson fields it from his left side and sets his feet to make a good throw. And Henderson continues to be in a rocking chair for Carson-Newman. He gets 2 ground outs and a pop out to toss a second consecutive 1-2-3 frame. He's retired 9 straight to keep Carson-Newman in front by a run on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Blake Baldwin and Christian Henderson trading zeros in this series opener. Both pitchers gave up runs in the bottom half of the first and top of the second innings, but we've had 4 straight scoreless. Between these two teams, 2-1 Carson-Newman has 7, 8, and 9 come to the plate against the lefty Baldwin. Smith, first pitch swinging, grounds it sharply to short. Good play by Adams. Is the throw good? No, it's not. It's high and over the head of Penner. Adams fielded it perfectly. Had some time as well to throw out Smith, but his throw airmailed Penner. Game's first error is on Adams to allow Smith to reach. It's a Coker defense that has been really good behind their pitching staff at times this year, but they have struggled. They have a 9.7, or just shy of a 9.7 fielding percentage on the year. But Adams begins this 4th inning with a throwing error rather, to put Smith aboard. Cochran shows bunt. Bunts it toward the mound. Baldwin, the lefty, will field, turn his body to throw to first. Play is made. Both teams have a sac bunt in this game now. Smith moves to second base. And there's one away. Cochran does a job for Carson-Newman to get a runner into scoring position, trying to pad onto its 4th inning lead. One out batter, Ryan Bolton. First pitch, Bolton hits it softly through the right side of base hit. Smith got a good jump, but is going to get the stop sign at third base. And Bolton has Carson-Newman's 6th hit. It finds its way through the right side for a base hit. Corners occupied on Bolton's first of the day. Carson-Newman in business with the top of the order coming up in Logan Floyd. Well, this is the exact scenario that Tom Griffin pointed out over the weekend at Mars Hill and pregame when discussing this addition to Floyd at the top of the order. 2 on, 1 out for Floyd as he takes inside for a ball. The bottom part of the Eagles' order has been great all year getting on base. And that's exactly what they've done here. Smith reaches by an error. Bolton, the 9-hitter, with a base hit. And that's why 2 are on for the leadoff guy, Floyd. 1-0 from Baldwin. Runs inside and hit Floyd, and now the bases are loaded. Baldwin knew it right away. He had stepped off the mound in frustration to his right, and he knew as soon as he released it was going to hit Floyd. Second hit by pitch by Baldwin, his 8th of the year, has loaded the bases for Carson-Newman and Cole Nathan. Not a horrible out. Keeps the double play intact. Got a force out everywhere for Cole Nathan to bat. Let the Eagles have a great scenario. Batting with the bases loaded once again. Did this in the first inning as Baldwin misses outside for a ball. Gibson delivered with a 2-strike, 2-out bases loaded single after Rodriguez struck out with the bases loaded. Now Nathan gets his turn after taking a ball. 1-0. Nathan grounds one on a couple of hops to short. Adams to second for 1. Back to first on the throw. It is in time. Nathan grounds into an inning-ending double play on a bang-bang play at first, and the inning is over. Carson got the bases loaded there in the 4th, but Blake Baldwin tosses a 3rd straight 0 to keep us in a 1-run game. 2-1. Carson-Newman, good turn by the Cobras on a close play at first. I think he was safe, but the out was called on the field. 2-1, headed to the 5th.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
It stays a one-run game because Blake Baldwin gets an inning-ending double play. Although when we look back at it again, it looked like Cole Nathan got his foot there first before that throw. But again, no video review in the regular season. There is video review in the conference tournament and championship series, but not in the regular season. So Cobras get a fortunate call. They did turn a good double play, but got a fortunate call there from the first base umpire, Randall Hartz, to end that fourth inning as Henderson starts the fifth with a ball to Wojcik and now gets a foul ball for a strike. Henderson's been in a great groove. He has retired 9 straight after beginning the second inning, allowing 2 hits, 2 singles in a row. He's retired 9 straight as the 1-1 pitch is grounded sharply to Rodriguez. Sliding stop to his right, throw back across is in time. Elite glove work from the rookie at short. Had to move away from first, and the backhand pick to then set his feet and throw out Wojcik. Strong throw and right on the money to Floyd as well. One away. Tell you what, when Rodriguez and Jono Pierce have been at short, those two have made some terrific defensive plays all season long as Henderson fires in a strike to Luke Peterson. Those are the type of defensive plays, too, that seem to urge Christian Henderson, who's so good at pitching to contact, loves to get ground balls, as he misses away to Peterson 1-1. And any pitcher in general, when you get a defensive play like that or a diving play from an outfielder, seems to give the arm on the mound an extra boost as Henderson pumps in a fastball that's grounded sharply to first. Floyd will flip to Henderson, who covers the bag. It's a 3-1 put out at first, and there's 2 away in the fifth inning. 11 straight have been retired by Christian Henderson. During this stretch, it's gone that's sack bunt, ground out, strikeout, ground out, pop out, ground out, ground out, ground out, ground out. For Henderson to retire 11 straight for the Eagles since early in the second. And what do you know? Another ground ball. Rodriguez will fire to first. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Christian Henderson. He's retired 12 straight, and the Eagles keep this a one-run game. It's 2-1 after 4.5.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
2-1 game. Blake Baldwin back to work for Coker with the Cobras trailing Carson-Newman by a run here on the Eagles Sports Network important to continue on talking about this Coker team this year. Head coach Tom Griffin said after Tuesday's win over Tusculum that this Coker team's record not an indicator for how talented this team is, even though the record's 12-29. They've played a bunch of close games this year. We said 19 of the 29 have come by 4 runs or less, including 5 straight losses by 4 runs or less. And 13 of their 18 conference losses have come by 4 runs or less as well. They've been in basically every league game this year as Soto Diaz flies one foul to begin the 5th inning. Soto Diaz is 1 for 2. This is the 3, 4, and 5 part of Carson-Newman's order for the 3rd time against Blake Baldwin. 0-1. Breaking ball, popped foul toward the football field, and it's strike 2. Both these teams are 4-4 in the month of April. Coker's had some momentum entering this game. They beat UNC Pembroke 12-10 on Tuesday to sweep a season series with Pembroke, a team that is vying for an NCAA tournament berth out of the Conference Carolinas. 0-2 was a ball. 1-2 pitch, grounded sharply enough through the left side for a base hit. A 14th multi-hit day for Bradley Soto Diaz. He's 2 for 3 and gives the Eagles a base runner to start the 5th. Carson-Newman continues to hit the ball very well. 7 hits now for the Eagles against Blake Baldwin through 4+ innings. The Eagles have posted a 7-hit day in now 12 straight games. At least 7 hits in 12 straight for Carson-Newman. As Baldwin sets and pitches to Kilgore, who hits one out toward right center field. This is slicing away from the center fielder, and it drops in for a base hit and goes up against the wall. Soto Diaz gets the stop sign at 3rd as Kilgore pulls up at 2nd with a double. A multi-hit day for TK. He's reached base all 3 times, and the Eagles have 2 in scoring position just like that. That ball had some tail to it away from the center fielder. Ended up being closer to Alford and right as he went toward the gap to get it. But it just barely split between the outfielders as Alford tried to reach out and make the catch but couldn't do so. Nobody out for Sebastian Rodriguez. Eagles up to 8 hits. Soto Diaz and Kilgore aboard. They have 4 of those. As Rodriguez takes an inside corner strike. 71 mile-per-hour pitch there from the junior lefty Baldwin. Kilgore's 5th double of the year has 2 in scoring position. Eagles ahead 2-1 as Baldwin sets and pitches, and Rodriguez drives a breaking ball to right field. It drops in for a base hit in front of Alford. Kilgore gets the stop sign and will stop at 3rd base. It'll just be an RBI single for Rodriguez to extend the lead. Carson-Newman starting to see those breaking balls from Blake Baldwin well. He's been heavy with the breaking ball and the changeup in this start. And that's another base hit off a breaking ball. Rodriguez waited on it and drove it to right. RBI number 17 for Sebastian this year. Now time called, and the Cobras are going to talk things over. 3 straight hits for Carson-Newman to begin the 5th inning. It's the pitching coach, Kyle Gallman, out to talk with his left-handed junior starter, Blake Baldwin. Here in the 5th, still 2 on, nobody out. Eagles have already scored once in the inning against Blake Baldwin, who's thrown 77 pitches, allowed 9 hits, 3 runs, with 48 strikes in his 10th start of the year. Coker did run some guys out to the bullpen beyond right field earlier in this inning, so expect that there's some activity out there. I wonder how much of a visit this could be to maybe stall that pen to get a little extra time out there. While also talking some strategy here. Cameron Haney comes out to break up the visit. The offense has been the story of 2026, led by Logan Floyd, and others have contributed at a high rate, but this team has just pounded out hits. And it's been often this season. They're already now just 1 away from another double-digit hitting day. Eagles have had 23 games this year out of 41 with at least 10 hits. Gibson swings and fouls the first one back as Coker's first baseman was charging in, expecting a bunt potentially. And Gibson fouls it off for a strike. First and third. Kilgore at third base. Rodriguez with an RBI single has him at first. Blake Baldwin, the lefty, trying to get an out here in the fifth inning. He had tossed 3 consecutive scoreless frames up until this fifth. 0-1 runs inside. It was a fastball. 4-1. Gibson already with 2 runs batted in this game. 1-1 home. Ground ball left side, fielded by Wojcik. He goes to second for 1. Eden's back to first, double play. Run does score. The Eagles continue to add on to the lead. It's 4-1. Not the way you want to add on to a run, but the Eagles do get 1. Cobras turn a second double play in as many innings. Good turn. Wojcik, Edens, Penner. 5-4-3 to clear the bases. No RBI as well on a double play ball there. And so Smith is the batter with 2 away. Nobody aboard. And takes high on a fastball. 2 strike here in the fifth inning. Could be a big sequence here for Baldwin in his start as well. 1-0. Smith will take, and it's ball 2. Those are the types of sequences that later in a game, does that come back to hurt Carson-Newman not being able to score more than just a run in this inning when you start the frame with 3 straight hits and have first and third, nobody out as Smith fouls a 2-0 back. It's 2-1. Again, it's still early. Henderson's pitched very well, but you never know how a game can change. Every run matters. Every moment matters. Every pitch matters. 2 balls and a strike. Baldwin sets at the belt. The lefty fires low and inside to Braxton Smith, and it's 3-1. Smith is 0 for 2. Officially in the game, a fly out in the first, and he reached by error to open the fourth. Baldwin walking out. I think that ball maybe hit Cameron Haney as it bounced before the plate, so the catcher Miller out to talk with Baldwin prior to a 3-1 pitch to make sure the home plate umpire, who has a conversation with Braxton Smith, is okay. I think it hit his left arm or left shoulder. Carson-Newman's athletic trainer Hayden Sturgill out of the third base dugout is going to check on the umpire as well, trying to work out that left shoulder, left bicep area. On this ball into the turf. Definitely hit the home plate umpire. Hang in there, Blue. (4-1) the score. 3 balls and 1 strike to count on Smith, and it's a 4-5 pitch walk to Braxton Smith to reach for a second straight inning. Eagles have a 2-out runner for Carson Cochran. Cochran has to shed the catcher's gear to be able to step into the batter's box. And now a second visit to the mound, and this will be it for Blake Baldwin. 4 2/3 for the Coker lefty. 9 hits, 4 runs. He's responsible for Smith at first base. He walks a guy with 3 strikeouts on 85 pitches. Baldwin's 10th start is over. Cobras go to the pen for the first time this weekend. The Eagles ahead 4-1. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Jacob Hardy, the new pitcher for Coker, appearance number 15 for the 6'5 righty out of Columbia, South Carolina in his senior season with the Cobras. 7.5 ERA, the highest ERA he's had in a 4-year career with the Cobras. A career 6.4 ERA, 24 innings this year for Hardy. Did not pitch much last year, but has pitched 24 innings this year, more than 100 in his Coker career, with 65 career strikeouts, and 20 of them are in his senior season. So Jacob Hardy continues to warm up and will relieve Blake Baldwin, who is able to get 14 outs in his 10th start of the year. His line's not official, though. He's responsible for Braxton Smith, who is at first base with 2 away in this 5th inning. Carson-Newman will send a 6th batter to the plate in Cochran here in this inning. Carson is 0 for 1 officially, a sac bunt in his last trip. First pitch, breaking ball away for a ball. Cochran now has 8 sacrifice bunts this year. That is the most in the South Atlantic Conference. Heading into the day, he was tied with Maddox Green, his teammate, and 4 others for the conference lead. 1-0. Hardy goes fastball at 82 for a strike. Cochran showed bunt and took it back at the last second. Cobras defensively turned a double play in this inning, their second double play of the day and second in this many innings to clear a threat. The Eagles trying to get some 2-out life, and that will help. Hardy throws it away on a pickoff attempt. Smith rounding second base. It went all the way up the hill and rolls down as Smith sprints to third, sliding there and stopping there. It's a 2-base throwing error on the pickoff attempt, the second error by Coker. Now a wild pitch, a pass ball could extend the Eagles' lead. So the reliever Hardy checking on Smith. Didn't really throw it all that hard, but it was nowhere close to Penner at first. And was so far away, it rolled all the way up the hill to the fence and then back down to the right fielder Alford. 1-1 nearly hits Cochran, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Carson Cochran batting with 2 away. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch from Hardy nearly hit him again. It was a breaking ball that had no movement. It's only thrown 77 miles per hour. Hitters count for Carson-Newman's catcher here in the 5th, 3-1. That's a breaking ball, and it's in the strike zone to make it a full count. Hardy trying to get the final out of this 5th inning. First batter he's facing out of the Coker bullpen. The runner at third base and Smith, payoff. Cochran, jam shot to short. Routine play for Adams, and the inning is over. Carson-Newman adds 2 runs, though, on 3 hits. An error kept the inning going, but they strand Smith at third base. It's a 2-run 5th to balloon the Carson-Newman lead to 3. 4-1 after 5 here in Jefferson City.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large 1-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large 1-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
The story of this one has been Carson-Newman's bats, 9 hits, paired along with the great work from Christian Henderson on the mound. He has retired 12 straight Coker batters since the consecutive singles to begin the second inning by Johnson and Penner. This is Gavin Edens to open up the 6th inning, and he takes outside for a ball. The last 5 outs of this baseball game have been ground outs as well. 1-0. Grounder foul behind home at strike 1. Furthermore, Henderson has gotten Coker to ground out 12 times in this game. And 8 of the last 9 outs have been ground outs. 1-1. Line drive. This is soft one hit back up the middle for a base hit, and Coker breaks up Henderson's stretch. Their first base runner since the second inning comes by way of Gavin Edens, who has his 6th hit in his last 4 games. Leadoff single here in inning 6 brings Luke Alford to the top of the order up in a 4-1 game. And a Coker team only averages about 5.8 runs per game, just under 6 a game. They've kept it close, as they have all year. 3-run game, as Alford swings and fouls the first fastball back from Henderson for a strike. First career outing for Christian Henderson against this Coker lineup. Has only recorded 1 win this year, 0-1. Good block by Cochran on a pitch inside and low for a ball. Henderson for his career 20 appearances, 4 wins, 4 losses, and 16 career starts as well. This is career start 17. Coming up near 100 career innings as well. 1-1 set. Line drive over Nathan at second base into right field. Soto Diaz grabs it on the second hop, quickly throws it into Rodriguez. And it's consecutive singles again here for Coker in the 6th inning, just like the second. This time by Edens and Alford. And there's nobody out for Matthew Lipsy. Coker's only hits in the game have been back-to-back hits now in innings 2 and now 6 to put some pressure on Christian Henderson. Tying run at the plate for Lipsy, who sees Carson-Newman's infielders in the corners playing in. Middle plays back as Henderson fires a pitch in that's fouled back by the center fielder Lipsy for a strike. Only 58 pitches for Christian Henderson as well. And 41 strikes. Has been in the zone all day. Time called. Efficient work for Henderson, but working with traffic for the second time. Both innings he's worked with traffic. There's been multiple guys out there on base. 2 on, nobody out. Lipsy shows bunt and takes inside and low as well for ball 1. Heart of the order to follow. Luke Miller, Gavin Johnson on deck in the hole. This is the 2-hitter Lipsy, who has hits in 5 of his last 6 games. 0 for 2 against Henderson, though, in this game. 1-1. Shows bunt, takes it away because the fastball was outside. 2 balls and a strike. Henderson failed to make it through the 6th inning of his last start. Was pulled after 5 2/3. First 3 innings last weekend were scoreless, and this one, just the 1 run in the 2nd inning. 2-1. Breaking ball, bunted foul. Tried to go third base side with a bunt, and it's fouled off for strike 2. Does the bunt stay on for Fico Condla's team with Lipsy batting, 2 on, nobody out. Gibson backs up a couple of steps, plays even at third. Floyd plays in at first, 2-2. Swinging away is Lipsy, and he bounces it through the left side for a base hit. left fielder, and Bolton gathers it in and throws to the cutoff Gibson. Runner, and Edens goes to third and stops there. Everybody moves up a spot, and bases are loaded for Luke Miller. 3 consecutive 6th-inning singles off Christian Henderson, and they're all just softly hit, finding gaps. Here's Luke Miller. We've talked about his success, a 5-game hitting streak, multiple hits in 4 of the 5 games during this stretch. He's 0 for 2 and bats with the bases loaded right now and takes a strike from Henderson, a breaking ball at 75. This Coker offense finding gaps. Their only hits have come consecutively today in innings 2 and now 6. 0-1. Grounded to short. Rodriguez, it hits the runner. A mistake made by Alford on the ground ball. That'll be an out, and the runner from third has to go back. An absolute mistake by Luke Alford, the runner from second to third. I don't know if he tried to get in the way of this ground ball from Rodriguez or if he just couldn't dodge it. He didn't dodge it. A much-needed gift given by Luke Alford. He's out because he's hit by the ground ball. No run scores, and now the first pitch to Gavin Johnson is high. It's fielder's choice officially, with Alford getting the unassisted play there on the interference for him to be out. 1-0. Line drive down the right field line. It's a foul ball. Could have tied the game if that thing was fair, but it rolled foul and all the way to the wall. So Alford no longer on the bases. Edens goes back to third, so Lipsy at second, Miller at first base. It's one of those rare plays you just never see happen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Henderson a ground ball away from getting out of this 6th inning. 1-1. Johnson pops up the breaking ball for strike 2. Gavin Johnson, the best Coker hitter, batting in the biggest situation offensively for the Cobras today. He sits safely in 9 straight, has an RBI in 3 straight games. Trying to do it in a 4th straight to cut into this Carson-Newman advantage in the 6th inning. 1-2. Johnson golfs it right side. Soto Diaz scanning it near foul ground, will not make the venture up the hill. It stays 1-2. Soto Diaz don't think was going to get there in time anyway, and if he catches that, Coker gets 2 runners to tag up, and they probably score a run. Carson-Newman certainly would probably trade an out for a run in this scenario, if possible. 1-2 again from Henderson. Fastball grounded softly to short. Rodriguez charging. His only play is first on the run. Makes that play. Eagles trade an out for a run. It's an RBI ground out for Gavin Johnson, and it's 4-2. Tying run moves into scoring position with 2 away. If that was hit any harder, Carson-Newman could have turned a double play, but Rodriguez had to sprint after that ground ball, and on the run his only play was first base, and he made it. And now Colton Penner with 2 on and 2 out. And head coach Tom Griffin wants to talk it over with his sophomore right-hander Henderson here, and his infield will join in as well. 69 pitches for Henderson. Just the 5 hits and 2 runs with 49 strikes. Lived in the zone all day. He's been efficient with his work. 4 of the 6 innings he's pitched in have been 1, 2, 3 frames. And to further highlight his success, he retired 12 in a row at one point. And I think the most interesting and fascinating effort from Henderson today is the fact that he's only been in 1 3-ball count all day. And he's only been in 3 2-ball counts all day. It's pretty impressive work from Henderson. He's faced 22 batters, and only 3 of those batters have been in a 2-ball count. Can the sophomore righty bear down here in this 6th inning and keep Carson-Newman in front by 2? Coker has moved Luke Miller into scoring position at second with Matthew Lipsy at third, with 2 away. First one at Penner. Jam shot floating to center field. Will it drop in? Nathan and Smith after it. Smith dives and can't make the play. Coker ties the game at 4. A ball that was hit 67 miles per hour off the bat of Penner drops into center field for a base hit. 4th hit of the inning. Ties the game for the Cobras in the 6th inning. Smith gave it all he had. He was calling off Nathan on that play. And once again, the Cobras just drop one into no man's land to tie the game. 2-run single for Penner. And now the 6-hitter, Wojcik. Those are the worst hits to give up if you are a pitcher. Those balls that are hit so softly and just somehow find some grass in between outfielders and infielders. Breaking ball is a backdoor strike to the third baseman, Wojcik. 4-4 game. Cobras have scored 3 times in inning 6. And now they have the go-ahead run at first base in Penner, with Rocco Wojcik batting and swinging and grounding one foul behind first. Strike 2. Heading into this 6th inning, Christian Henderson had retired 12 straight Coker batters. Cobras opened this inning with 3 consecutive singles. A ground out scored a run, and then the 2-run bloop single by Penner has tied the game. 0-2. Wojcik takes the high fastball. One-two home, breaking ball. Wojcik waits on it and fouls it off left side. Credit this Coker lineup. This is the 7th batter of the inning. They have really battled against Henderson, who has thrown a lot of strikes. Only 3 2-ball counts and 1 3-ball count all day from Henderson on the mound. 1-2, breaking ball, lifted to right. Soto Diaz going back. Wojcik gives it a ride, but not far enough. Soto Diaz back to get it. And the inning ends, but the Cobras have tied the game. A 3-run 6th inning on 4 hits. No errors, and the Cobras strand the go-ahead run. We're tied at 4, heading to the home half of the 6th inning in the series opener between the Cobras and Eagles on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
(4-4). Coker with a 4-hit 3-run 6th inning has tied things up here at the ballpark on another fantastic day here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. 2 of many dogs that are at the park today, and 2 of many that will probably be here this weekend for Senior Day tomorrow afternoon. Ceremony will be at 11:20 a.m. approximately, prior to the doubleheader that begins at noon. Eagles hoping to send their seniors out the right way. They'll have another midweek home game. They'll have one more home game officially, but the final home series is this weekend. They'll play shorter on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. It's the final home conference series for Tom Griffin's bunch. And they're tied with Coker at 4 in the 6th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. This is the 9-hitter Ryan Bolton beginning the inning against Jacob Hardy. and taking outside for ball one. Tom Griffin, Jason White talking some strategy, third base side, how they want to navigate their bullpen and what they want to do with Christian Henderson maybe prior to the 7th inning. Hardy's 1-0 fouled back. 4-4 game. Carson-Newman's been in front the entire time. First time this game's been tied is right now. Eagles had a 2-0 lead. Coker made it a 1-run game in the second. Eagles got it to a 3-run advantage in the 5th. Just for Coker to score 3 in the 6th inning to tie this thing up. 1-1 breaking ball drops in for a strike. At 69 miles per hour from Jacob Hardy to work ahead on Bolton. Bolton, the left fielder, in his 14th start of the year. Batting to start the 6th inning. And taking away 2-2. Bolton's going to get a lot more opportunity here late in the year. Eagles have gone through the injury bug throughout the year. It's affecting the batting lineup as well. Maddox Crane expected to be out for the rest of the year. Broke his hand last weekend at Mars Hill. Colton Evans has been through some hand injuries as Bolton's hit by a breaking ball. He'll shake that off and sprint up to first base with a hit by pitch to start the 6th inning. And Kyle Gallman's going to make another change. Jacob Hardy just faces 2 batters. He got the final out of inning 5, and he hits Bolton to open the 6th inning. Eagles have the go-ahead run on base in the 6th inning, 4-4. Top of the order, and Floyd set to bat against the new Coker reliever after this.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Cooper Mitchell is the new pitcher for the Cobras here in the 6th inning. He warms up prior to making a 17th appearance this year. No wins, 2 losses for Mitchell on the mound. 23 and 2/3 innings of work for the right-hander from Fort Mill, South Carolina, freshman from Nation Ford High School. 25 strikeouts to 12 walks for Cooper Mitchell this year, and a 9.51 earned run average on the season. He gets the ball from Jacob Hardy, who got the final out of the 5th and is relieved of his duties here by Mitchell, who pitched on Tuesday against UNC Pembroke. Mitchell's been used often. No other Cobra arm has been used more than the right-hander Mitchell this season. He goes to work against the top of the order with the go-ahead run on base in a 4-4 game here on the Eagles Sports Network. 2 teams that have played close games all season long, playing the first of 3 this weekend. And no surprise to see that this game is level, nearing the final 3 frames. Logan Floyd, 1 of 2 at the plate, 196 career hits for the junior infielder. He stands in with nobody out and nearly got hit by Mitchell's pitch. It's 1-0. Coker's hit 3 batters today. They're second in the conference in hit batters this year. They've hit 72 guys this season. Top 20 nationally as well. 1-0 set, and the pitch to Floyd. Breaking ball at 75 is below the knees. It's 2 balls and no strikes. The thing about having Floyd at the top of this order, too, is when those guys at the bottom get on base, people don't really want to pitch to Floyd when he's in the middle of the lineup or at the top or wherever he would be. And so Floyd has the ability to take pitches. As he takes a strike, it's 2-1. And when he's selective, gives him the opportunity to eventually find one he likes and drive it into a gap. And drive in those runners that are on base. Short lead for Bolton, the 2-1. Nearly hit Floyd. Fastball inside corner at 89, misses. It's 3-1. Floyd was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. First inning single that he later scored on Gibson's base hit. 3-1. Ball 4 low. Well, there's a perfect example. Bottom guy in the order gets on in Bolton. And then Floyd's walked on 5 pitches by the reliever Mitchell. And now Cole Nathan's turn. Tom Griffin gives signs to his runners and hitter Nathan in this situation. Again, Coker's second in the conference in double plays turned. They have turned now 38 this year with 2 in this game. In each of the last 2 innings as well. Nathan shows bunt, bunts at first base side. Will it stay fair? It will not. It's foul. Miller was waiting for the baseball to roll foul up the first base side before finally touching it for a strike. Figure the bunt's definitely placed, and we'll see on here for Nathan, just because of that double play possibility. Nathan hit into one in the 4th inning. Then it was Gibson hitting into one in the 5th. Those have been innings in which Carson-Newman has potentially had better chances to score, or had chances to score, but those double plays have limited the threat. Now time called, and Carson-Newman wants to chat things over in this scenario, trying to regain the advantage. Head coach Tom Griffin having a one-on-one conversation with Cole Nathan, with his assistant coaches and runners joining in as well. Really the main conversation, though, Coach Griffin with Cole Nathan here prior to continuing this 4th at-bat of his. He's 0 for 3, a fly-out strikeout, and that double play ball in the 4th. Carson-Newman is chatting things over. Logan Floyd's using it as an opportunity to instruct Tanner Kilgore and Bradley Soto Diaz what he saw potentially from Cooper Mitchell. He was showing some hand signals and potentially talking about what pitches he was seeing in that at-bat. No balls and a strike. Cole Nathan, the batter. First and second base occupied for the Eagles here in the home half of the 6th inning. Nobody out. Bolton caught a rundown in between second and third. Throw back to third. Wojcik's got it. Bolton sees Floyd go to second base. So Bolton is now going to try to avoid Adams, or the pitcher, and cannot. He's caught a rundown. Great move by Cooper Mitchell on the mound. He got Bolton leaning and picks him off. Fine base running by Logan Floyd. He was wise to at least get into scoring position, knowing Bolton was going to get caught in that rundown probably. Floyd got into scoring position, so the Eagles do keep a runner in scoring position on the out. And now Nathan takes the ball. 1-1 count. After Bolton is caught in the rundown. Ball and a strike on Nathan. RBI opportunity for the all-conference second baseman from a year ago. Mitchell's 1-1. Fastball below the knees at 87. Carson-Newman's next 3 batters all have multi-hit days. Soto Diaz, Tanner Kilgore, Sebastian Rodriguez, all with 2 hits. 4-4 game in the 6th inning. Nathan waits in a 2-1 and takes the breaking ball for a strike at 75. Thought it was above the hands, but it dropped in just below it for called strike 2. The Eagles trying to regain the lead in the series opener with Coker here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. Nathan waits on the breaking ball and fouls it back. A lot riding for these two teams. Carson-Newman has the chance to make its way out of 7th place with 2 good weekends to end the regular season. Coker tied for the final spot in the league standings. Trying to win a series on the road. 2-2. Ball into the turf. Good block by Miller. Floyd stays put at second base. It's a 3-2 count. Cobras team that has won 2 conference series this year. They've both been on the road. They've won 8 of their 12 games on the road as well this year. Tied with Carson-Newman here in the 6th inning. 4-4 game. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Nathan. Called strike 3, outer corner. Nathan rung up on strikes. Mitchell's outside corner fastball's the second out of the inning. Two away, and now Bradley Soto Diaz. Mitchell an out away from escaping this 6th inning. First one to Soto Diaz, breaking ball at the knees, a strike. Two freebies got Carson-Newman into a good situation here in the 6th inning. They've not taken advantage yet. 0-1. Ball into the turf, and Soto Diaz chased it for strike 2. A hit by pitch and a walk, but runners on first and second base. Ryan Bolton was caught stealing. Picked off from second base. Got caught in a rundown. Then Nathan struck out. Mitchell's 0-2 to Soto Diaz. Called strike 3, inning over. Cooper Mitchell bears down, and the Cobras keep the game tied at 4. We've played 6 innings of baseball here in Jefferson City. Coker tied the game in the 6th inning, and they keep it that way.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
For all the score, Coker ties it with 3 in the top half of the 6th inning. Cooper Mitchell gets the Cobras out of the 6th inning by getting some work from his defense and then a pair of strikeouts looking to Nathan and Soto Diaz. Keep us tied at 4 heading to the 7th, where Christian Henderson goes back out for a 7th inning and drops in a breaking ball to Luke Peterson for called strike 1. Henderson back to work. 0-1, swing and a miss by Peterson. It's quickly 0-2. Henderson trying to return to form. Faced 7 batters in that 6th inning and gave up 4 hits and 3 runs. Misses outside with a breaking ball this time, 1-2 now. Pitch count only at 78 pitches. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Christian Henderson. No, foul ball. Oh no, he's out. Cochran caught the ball on the breaking ball. It did not hit the turf. Fico Condola, the Coker head coach, was asking for a foul tip. Cochran dropped the ball, but I think the runner touched it potentially. To strike out for Henderson is 3rd to begin the 7th inning. And now Peter Adams. 57 strikes for Henderson. There's only been 3 2-ball counts all day as Adams takes a strike. Peter Adams, the 8-hitter, is 0 for 2. Strikeout in the 2nd, ground out in the 5th. 0-1. Hit it off the end of his bat foul, and it's strike 2. Henderson this season has only pitched 7 innings or more twice as he misses inside on the 0-2. A 9-inning complete game shutout back on March 14th against Emory and Henry, the program's first 9-inning complete game shutout in 5 years. 1-2. Adams softly to short. Rodriguez attacks it, fields on the run, throws to first, and Adams doesn't beat it out. 2 away. Again, Rodriguez at short with a fantastic play on the run. He's made a few today, and he can add that to his highlight reel. Adams maybe got that foot there. Maybe a makeup call for the one earlier, potentially. 2 away, nobody on for the 9-hitter Gavin Edens. Fly to right should end the inning. Soto Diaz back initially, comes in, makes the catch, inning over. 9 pitches, 3 outs, and a 1-2-3 seventh will stretch in the series opener. We're tied at 4 here in Jefferson City.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman Athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
We're tied at 4 as we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. Coker tied the game for the first time in the top of the 6th inning. We've been like this 4-4 since. Carson-Newman has led the entire way up until that 6th inning. Tanner Kilgore gets the bat against Cooper Mitchell. To open the 7th inning, Sebastian Rodriguez, Aiden Gibson follow for Carson-Newman. And a game tied at 4. Kilgore's had a great day. He's reached base all 3 times. A single in the 3rd, 5th inning double, hit by a pitch in the 1st, and takes a strike from Mitchell to open the 7th. This is the 4th time this year Carson-Newman's played a game that's been tied after 6 innings. They've won the previous 3. There's only been 2 other games the Eagles have been tied after 7. They won both of those as well as Kilgore takes another strike, and it's quickly 0-2. Eagles scored first in this game. They're 18-7 when they jump in front of teams early on. 0-2 to Kilgore. Fastball lined sharply to second. Leaping up is Edens to rob Kilgore of a 3rd hit. 1 away. Mitchell pointed toward home and told his catcher Miller, that's on me for bad pitch placement on a 2-strike pitch, an 0-2 pitch for that matter. But his second baseman helped him out to rob Kilgore of a base hit. 1 away. Cooper Mitchell, the reliever, has retired now 4 batters since coming out of the bullpen. First pitch breaking ball high to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, another multi-hit day in his freshman season. Singles in each of his last 2 at-bats. To bring his total to 7 multi-hit days for the year, all 2-hit days as he takes an inside corner slider. 1-1. Aiden Gibson's also had a great day at the plate. He's got a single in this game. He's up next. 4, 5, and 6, the hitters. This is the 5-hitter Rodriguez with nobody on and 1 out. Taking outside, 2 balls and a strike. Carson-Newman has out-hit Coker 9-6. Game tied at 4, though. Eagles have hit into a pair of double plays and have left multiple runners on base in a handful of innings. Rodriguez takes a knee-high strike. It's 2-2. Eagles have left 2 on in the 1st, 3rd innings so far, and 4th inning as well. 2-2 from Mitchell. Fastball away, count full. for the day. Carson-Newman's left 8. Trying to get a base runner in the 7th inning against the reliever Cooper Mitchell. His payoff. Nearly hit Rodriguez. Tried to go inside corner. And it's a 6-pitch walk. Rodriguez never swung the bat, didn't need to. Draws the walk, and the Eagles have the go-ahead run on base. Aiden Gibson, one of a handful of Carson-Newman players in the lineup today and on this team from 2 years ago that went up against this Coker team in what was the final regular season series of the year here in Jefferson City in 24 as Gibson takes the breaking ball high. It was such a massive series that Coker entered the weekend in 6th place and swept Carson-Newman to then host in the opening round of the conference championships that year. Eagles ended up beating Coker in the first round of the tournament. But Carson-Newman had to go to Hartsville to play those games as Mitchell drops in a strike. It's 1-1. The Eagles entered that 3-game series at the end of April with a chance to host and got swept by the Cobras in 3 games decided by 3 runs or less. Gibson fouls a 1-1 back, and it's 1-2 now. Coker won the opener of that series 8-5, the second game 8-4, and the finale 5-2. Certainly on the mind of Gibson and these Eagles with another opportunity late in the year against Coker to help conference seeding. 1-2, breaking ball. Gibson waits and pops it up to right. Alford nearing the line, has plenty of room to work with nearing foul ground. Makes the play for out number 2. Gibson 1 for 4, and now Braxton Smith, the 2-out batter. Carson-Newman's not won a conference series against the Cobras since 2021. Took 3 of 4 in a series that season in April. And interestingly enough, as Smith takes a ball, interestingly enough, that series, that 4-game series, started on April 17th as well, just like today. 1-0 set by Mitchell. Smith pops up a fastball, right side, Penner up the hill, nears the fence, runs out of room. It's a foul ball. Strike 1 on Smith on the foul ball. All these two teams know are close games. 9 straight meetings between these two clubs have been decided by 4 runs or less. All of which have been since Fico Condola took over as Coker's head coach, as Mitchell misses high with a breaking ball. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. And a game tied at 4. It's Carson-Newman's 7th batter in the order. Braxton Smith, 4th of the inning, batting with a runner on first with 2 away. Mitchell's 2-1. Went to another breaking ball and got that one to find the zone. 2-2. Eagles find a way to continue this 7th inning. 2-2 from Mitchell. Fastball fouled back. Mitchell's done a pretty good job of keeping Carson-Newman's hitters off balance. Good fastball that he showed Smith there and was late on. Good breaking balls that he's found the zone on frequently to the 70s faced. Out of the bullpen. Another 2-2 set. Breaking ball, drove to left. Will it stay fair for Braxton Smith? It's hooking. It is a foul ball. Smith nearly had his 2nd homer of the year. That would have given the Eagles the lead, but he was out in front of the breaking ball. And Mitchell and Smith will do it again. It's probably halfway out toward left before it finally started to hook foul and left to the left field foul pole. Here is a 3rd 2-2 to Smith. Ground ball up the middle. Adams dives. It gets under his glove into center field. Rodriguez sees the center fielder lose it. Smith and Rodriguez each advance a base as Smith slides into second. And the Eagles have 2 in scoring position here in the 7th inning. Smith has his first hit It's Carson-Newman's 10th hit, but then a third Coker error allows each runner to move up a base. A single and an error puts runners on second and third for Carson Cochran. Lipsy out there in center just didn't see the ball into his glove as it rolled up to him. And now Carson Cochran trying to give Carson-Newman the lead. Takes high on ball one. Great at-bat from Braxton Smith as well. The 7th pitch of his at-bat, he drives up the middle for his first hit to give Carson-Newman a 24th game with at least 10 hits this year. 1-0 fastball spiked low, and it's 2-0. Ryan Bolton would be next. This is the 8 and 9 hitters in the order. Logan Floyd in the hole. Series opener tied at 4. Cochran takes a strike. Carson-Newman's catchers had a great year, hitting above 300 for much of the year. 0 for 2 in this game, though. Fly out to right and a line out to short, with a sac bunt paired in there as well. 2-1 breaking ball stayed high, and it's 3-1. Five outs recorded by Cooper Mitchell to the 7 batters he's faced. Behind on Cochran. The righty sets for pitch 40, and it's a strike to Cochran, who took a step toward the dugout to throw his bat, instead took a strike, and the count is full. Really good spot. Maybe he was a hair low. Mitchell readies for a payoff. 2 in scoring position for the Eagles, and Cochran bounces one to short. Adams ranging to his left, throws on the run. A laser of a throw gets Cochran by a step, and the inning is over. Carson-Newman gets 2 in scoring position with 2 away, but they're left there. Eagles have left 10. We're tied at 4 after 7.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Sophomore pitcher Christian Henderson gets the ball again. 7 innings of 4-run ball for Henderson. He's allowed 6 hits with 3 strikeouts, only 84 pitches. Jason White, the pitching coach with head coach Tom Griffin, trotting Henderson out for the 8th here on the Eagles Sports Network. He tossed a 1-2-3, 9-pitch 7th inning, and now faces the top of Coker's order with Luke Alford leading off the 8th inning in a 4-4 game in the series opener. Lot at stake for these two teams. As Alford stands in, he's 1 for 3. His base hit was in the 6th inning. The second of 4 hits in that 6th inning as Alford takes a backdoor breaking ball for a called strike. 85 offerings from Christian Henderson, only 3 2-ball counts today with 62 strikes. Pitching into the 8th for the 2nd time this year. Breaking ball away, it's 1-1. For his career, it's the 3rd time pitching into the 8th. The other 2 occasions were complete games against Emory and Henry last year and this year. 1-1 wind in the pitch. Alford grounds it sharply through the left side, a base hit. A lot of ground balls from this Coker team, but for the 7 hits, they've either been bloop singles between the outfielders and the infielders or ground balls that have been in spots where Carson-Newman's defense has not been aligned. And now Matthew Lipsy, the batter, another left-handed hitter for the Cobras stands in with nobody out and the leadoff man aboard. Lipsy bunts it back to Henderson. One hops, he'll go to first. Thought about a throw to second. Carson Cochran was pointing to go to first, and he'll take his medicine, get the out, not risk the throw to get the lead runner. Lipsy, the sac bunt, the second by Coker today, is the first out on the 1-3 put out. Alford to second base, the winning run, the go-ahead run here in the 8th for Luke Miller, and Coker is at second base. Miller is 0 for 3. Time called at the plate. Carson Cochran will walk out and talk to his pitcher Henderson. The pitch count up to 88. He's only thrown 4 pitches in the inning. But that third pitch was a Luke Alford single, and now Jason White, a second step out of the dugout, looking down his bullpen, and now will request for time. Maybe he was checking to see if one of his relievers was ready or not. And this might be it for Christian Henderson here in the 8th inning. If it is, it's going to be an excellent start for Henderson. He pounded the zone all day. Tons of ground balls. He retired 12 straight at one point. He's gotten 16 ground outs, by far the most ground outs that Henderson's gotten in a game this year and in his career. He's running trouble here in the 8th inning, and the Eagles will go to the bullpen. More on Brock Culpepper and a tied game here in the 8th inning when we return.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
For the 4th time in his career, Brock Culpepper goes to work against the Coker Cobras here in the 8th inning. 5.1 ERA for Brock in his senior season. The 6-foot right-hander from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, is appearing in his 19th game this year. 34 2/3 innings, 3 wins, 28 strikeouts, and is coming off another fantastic outing this year. He went 3 1/3 scoreless in the series opening win against Mars Hill. Got the victory, his 3rd of the year and his 6th of his career, to help the Eagles start that series last weekend strong and then eventually win it. Culpepper comes in, another tight situation. 3 1/3 last weekend. Trying to get out of this 8th inning jam. Guy at second base, go-ahead run. Coker just had some time to talk things over, and now they'll talk it over again. Time called prior to Brock Culpepper warming up. Cobras were chatting things over, and now an extra conversation had before this 8th inning continues. Game tied at 4. If you're just joining us, Carson-Newman jumped in front early. 2-run single by Aiden Gibson on a 2-strike, 2-out pitch in the opening inning. Got the Eagles ahead. Coker got a run back in the 2nd inning. Damage was limited. The game stayed 2-1 until the 5th when Carson-Newman scored twice more. But a double play ball limited that inning for the Eagles. Coker then tied the game with a 3-run 6th inning, in which they had 4 base hits, including a 2-run Colton Penner 2-out base hit to tie the game. We've been tied since the 6th. That's why Coker has a chance to take its first lead here in the 8th, with Luke Miller batting against Brock Culpepper, who steps off and throws to second. No tag by Nathan, just to check on the runner at second base, and Luke Alford, who opened this 8th inning with a base hit. Luke Miller, more opportunity for him as the years grown on. He's hit safely in 5 straight. He's 0 for 3 in this game. Culpepper's first one out of the pen. Check swing. It was a ball away. Miller did not go. There is an appeal. And Miller held his swing. One ball, no strikes. Culpepper pitching for the 19th time. Most outings in a season in Culpepper's career. 1-0 fastball, low and away, 2-0. 4 of Brock's last 5 outings have been scoreless baseball. And of his 18 this year, 10 have been scoreless innings. Trying to get out of this 8th inning. Game tied at 4. Runner at second, 1 away. Ball 3. Culpepper yet to find the zone. Coker's best hitter is next in Gavin Johnson. He hits .363 for the year and is 1 of 3 at the plate today. Culpepper trying to battle back here against Luke Miller. Find the zone for the first time. 3-0. And there's the strike. Miller taking all the way, and now he can ready up again. Coker tied for 8th in the league standings. Carson-Newman 7th. Tons at stake this weekend. 3-1. A strike again to Miller. Culpepper goes up to 90 miles per hour on that fastball to work the count full. Working from behind is the redshirt senior in his 19th outing of the year. First batter he's facing out of the bullpen. The 3-2. Fastball grounded sharply to second. Nathan moves to his right. Casual throw to first. Play is made. There's 2 away. Runner does advance to third in Alford, but there's 2 away. Good work by Culpepper. 3 consecutive balls, but he rallies. Finds the zone 3 straight times to get that ground out. And now Gavin Johnson, the Coker DH, with 2 away. Go ahead run, and Coker's first lead is 90 feet away. First one, inside and low. Cochran's got to be sharp behind the plate. Anything that gets away probably scores Alford. Culpepper sets from the right side of the slab, pitches away, 2-0. Time called. Brock Culpepper wants a fresh baseball prior to continuing this 2-out batting opportunity for Gavin Johnson. Colton Penner is next. This is the 4-hitter Johnson at the plate. Junior outfielder DHing in this game, batting with 2 away. Runner at third. Culpepper's in the zone with a strike. Cobras have not led. A Johnson hit in the 8th can change that. 2-1. Cochran trying to frame the breaking ball, and it stayed outside, 3-1. First base is open, but Colton Penner is on deck, and he's 2 for 3. One of 2 Coker hitters with multiple hits. And I think the Eagles maybe just intentionally walked him. No reason to throw a 3-1 pitch to Coker's best hitter on average, and so Culpepper will get the righty-righty matchup in Penner. Wonder maybe if they were trying to pitch around Johnson anyway, just to see if he can maybe sneak in a strike, maybe get him to chase at a pitch. Sets up a force-out opportunity at second base here as well. Johnson's got some pretty good wheels at first, though. Wonder if he goes in motion in this first and third situation with 2 outs. He has 10 stolen bases this year as Penner bats and fouls the first one back. It's strike 1. Christian Henderson started the inning. He gave up that leadoff single, and then a sac bunt was the first out of the inning. Then Henderson was pulled. Culpepper has come in, got the ground out of Miller, intentionally walks Johnson, and now faces Penner with corners occupied. Runner takes off. Cochran fakes the throw, and it's strike 2. Penner not happy with the call. It's 0-2. Eagles weren't concerned about that runner in Johnson. No throw down with the runner at third base. The out is at the plate. That's the mindset for the redshirt senior Brock Culpepper. Long look in. 5 to pitch as Culpepper sets. 4-3 as he offers, and Penner skies one to center field. Braxton Smith backing up. He is under it. Inning's over. Culpepper escapes the 8th inning jam. Cobra's got 2 in scoring position late in the frame. The senior bears down and keeps us tied at 4. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Four game here on the Eagles Sports Network. You've been tied since the 3-run 6th inning by Coker. Can Carson-Newman change that in the home half of the 8th inning? The 9, 1, and 2 hitters will come to the plate for Carson-Newman. Ryan Bolton, Logan Floyd, Cole Nathan for the Eagles against Cooper Mitchell, who's tossed 2 scoreless out of Coker's pen in relief. Blake Baldwin was the starter for Coker. He allowed 9 hits, 4 runs scored. They were all earned, a walk and 3 strikeouts. Jacob Hardy got the final out of the 5th inning. And then it's been Cooper Mitchell's game since, 2 scoreless, and he starts the 8th with a strike to Ryan Bolton. Mitchell's been a multi-inning guy in his freshman season. He's thrown as many as 4 innings in a game this year. That was against Francis Marion in early March. And 6 of his 16 outings have seen him pitch 2 innings or more as Bolton lines a single into left field for a base hit. Over top Adams, the shortstop. Bolton's going to hustle for 2. Throw to second base is late. Heads up base running, risky base running from Bolton to get to second base. Another single and an error as Peterson had trouble with it in left, and Bolton with heads up base running. Didn't really get away. Peterson just bobbled it. And his throw was a little bit off the bag, and Bolton slides in safely. Well done. Risky base running from Ryan Bolton, but it pays off after his second hit. And now, Coker has intentionally walked Logan Floyd. They will not pitch to one of the best in the conference. Instead, they'll try to pitch to Cole Nathan, who's 0 for 4. Same situation as the 6th inning. Carson-Newman had first and second, nobody out, and didn't score. Bolton got caught in a rundown and was caught stealing as Nathan shows bunt, bunts at first base side. Excellent bunt. Nathan hustling up the line. Penner goes to first. He is out at first. Penner to Edens on the sack bunt. Looked like Nathan had an infield bunt single. But a late throw from Penner gets Nathan. Another bang-bang play at first base, and Tom Griffin has been displeased. I think both coaches have been displeased with some of the calls at first in this game. First time that Randall Hartz, who will be tomorrow's Game 1 umpire, behind the plate, making the decisions at first base. Having a conversation with one of the coaches, Tom Griffin heard what he needed to hear, and now time called. Another look at it for those watching with us on Flow Sports. Certainly looked like Nathan maybe got to the bag first. Ties normally go to the runner. Not in that scenario. Second and third, one out. Coker's infield will play in. 4-4, bottom of the eighth. Bradley Soto Diaz is the batter for Carson-Newman. Ryan Bolton, the runner at third base. He's got some pretty good wheels. He's shown that in this inning. Something to the outfield from Soto Diaz could give Carson-Newman the lead back. First pitch fastball from Mitchell at 87. Well, the scenarios have worked out well. The reason you put Floyd at the top of the order is because the bottom's been good. Bolton's done his job. Can the heart of this Eagles order deliver late? 0-1. Soto Diaz, a chopper back to Mitchell. Floyd halfway to second. Throw to first, gets away. Bolton will hustle home and score. What a wild play. Mitchell was concerned about the runners, and then a laser of a throw was low to the first baseman, Penner. Got away, and the Eagles take the lead. Soto Diaz was sliding into first as well. It was going to be close there. It's another Coker error. Fielder's choice with an error gives Carson-Newman the lead. 5-4. 2 Coker errors in the inning, 5 for the day, and Carson-Newman leads 5-4. What a wild play. A ball that was hit so hard into the turf, it was in the air forever. Mitchell couldn't make the play at first, and he's relieved of his duties on the mound here in the eighth. 5-4 Eagles.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Cobras go to the bullpen. Junior right-hander from Fort Mill, South Carolina is Michael Terabile. He'll come in with Carson-Newman having taken a one-run lead in the eighth inning. Second and third base will be occupied. Another Coker mistake here late in this game. A fifth error has put the Eagles in front by a run. Carson-Newman back in front 5-4. And the Eagles only have one hit in the inning. Tanner Kilgore up for the Eagles, 2 in scoring position. Coker's infield's going to stay in as Terabile comes in for the 13th time this year with a 7.3 ERA in 11 innings. 4 wins, no losses for Terry Beal this year. First one to Kilgore. Fouled off from the sidearm pitcher, 82 miles per hour for strike one. Great day from Tanner Kilgore at the plate. 2 of 3 is the DH. Single in the third, double in the fifth. 0-1. Good pitch on the inside corner. It missed, though, and it's 1-1. Try to go inside on Kilgore. 1-1 count. Series opener between Carson-Newman and Coker. A third hit from Tanner Kilgore could plate 2. Ground ball to short. Adams attacks it. He'll come home, and now Floyd's in a rundown. Soto Diaz is at third base. And Floyd will tagged out by Miller, who had a push for Soto Diaz, who pushed back. Nothing more there. Floyd caught in the rundown. 2 away. Good job by Adams on the throw home to attack that ground ball. Floyd was in no man's land there. 2 away for Sebastian Rodriguez. Corners occupied on another fielder's choice here in the 8th. Terry Beal gets the ground ball again and now faces Sebastian Rodriguez, who's 2 for 3. First one. Strike called. Eagles have taken the lead, but to feel good about the 9th, a Rodriguez base hit to give an extra run of insurance would be much needed for Carson-Newman here in the 8th inning, heading to the 9th. Nothing in one set from the junior righty, and he pitches another low one at the knees to Rodriguez for strike 2. Rodriguez, the 6th batter of the inning. Carson-Newman only has 1 base hit. They've taken advantage of 2 Coker errors defensively. Nothing in 2 set from Terry Beal, and time called. And Trey Miller from first base is walking toward the plate. I think he's going to have a conversation with his batter, Brendan Kroeb. Also out to chat with their freshman shortstop. And Coach Tom Griffin standing with Bradley Soto Diaz at third and points and says, "Nah, you take care of it." Trey Miller, I think, was asking for Coach Griffin to come into the huddle. Instead, it's just going to be him and Coach Kroeb with Kilgore, the runner at first base, and Rodriguez, the batter, trying to reset here. This has been the case multiple times where time has been called in an at-bat like this, couple of strikes. Eagles have requested time to give Rodriguez a second to breathe, catch his breath, reset his mind, and it's paid off this year.
2-0, here we go.
Wonder if it happens here for Sebastian Rodriguez after his conversation with 2 of Carson-Newman's coaches. 2 on at the corners, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Eagles have taken the lead. Can they add to it late in the 8th? All 1 away. Sometimes, maybe even if it's not even a meaningful conversation, it breaks up the rhythm of the reliever here in Michael Terry Beal. 1-2 set for the junior righty. Away again, 2-2. Two in the first for the Eagles, 2 in the 5th. A run to take the lead in the 8th. 2-2. Rodriguez late. Strikes out. Coker gives up the 8th inning run, though, and the Eagles have the lead again. 5-4 and 3 outs away is Carson-Newman from a series opening win against Coker on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shopseeandeagles.com.
Andrew Rogers, glad to have you back for the 9th inning. Carson-Newman and Coker had been tied from the 6th inning on up until the bottom of the 8th. Carson-Newman sneaks a run across on a throwing error, fielder's choice, that led to a throwing error in the 8th inning. That's the only run Carson-Newman got in the 8th inning on 1 hit. Took advantage of 2 Coker errors. The lead is 1, and Brock Culpepper trying to finish off this game. He got the final 2 outs in the 8th inning. Can he get the final 3 of the game and win his 4th game of the year? He'll face Rocco Wojcik to start the inning. Wojcik, Peterson, Adams. Carson-Newman's, or Coker's 3 hitters that Culpepper will face in a 5-4 game. Righty winds. First one is outside for a ball. Culpepper worked from the stretch in that 8th inning, so the first time that he gets into his natural wind-up motion with nobody aboard here to begin this 9th inning. 1-0 pitch. Lead is Wojcik. He lines it foul for strike 1. Culpepper entering the year had 3 career wins in 41 career outings. If he gets 3 outs here and Coker doesn't score, it'd be his 4th win of the year. And 7th of his career would be his 2nd straight win as well. 1-1. Fastball hanging away at 90, 2 balls and a strike. Also, if he doesn't allow any runs, would be his 4th straight scoreless outing and 5th in his last 6 outings. Starting to find his groove on the mound at the right time of the year. 2-1. Late is Wojcik on the fastball. It's 2-2. Also at stake here for the Eagles in the 9th, trying to win another series opener, something they've done often when they win series this year. And trying to get to 500 in the league for just the 2nd time this year. 2-2 to Wojcik. Breaking ball stayed away, 3-2. Rocco Wojcik 0 for 2. Sack bunt in the 2nd, a ground out in the 5th, and a fly out in the 6th inning. Facing the reliever Culpepper for the first time. And strikes out looking. Culpepper gets his first strikeout. Wojcik on the payoff, down looking for the first out of the 9th inning. It was near the top of the strike zone, and it just caught enough of the plate for out number 1. And now Luke Peterson, the left fielder, bats and takes a slider on the corner. Bottom part of Coker's order, trying to keep things alive for the Cobras. So 1, swing and a miss, strike 2. Peterson down swinging on the slider for strike 2. Peterson is 0 for 3. This Coker bottom half of the order is a combined 1 of 12 at the plate today. 0-2 to Peterson. Breaking ball grounded back up the middle for a base hit on a 2-strike pitch. And the Cobras have exactly what they needed here in the 9th. A base runner. Peterson's first hit. And just his 7th base hit since the start of March. Now Peter Adams, who's also 0 for 3. The Limestone transfer has been the shortstop for the Cobras for much of the year. Batting with a runner on. First pitch, fastball away. Nine-hitter Gavin Edens is next, then back to the top of the order for Luke Alford, who's been one of the better hitters for the Cobras today. 1-0. Called strike at the knees. These two teams have played so many close games this year. Coker's been on the wrong side of a lot of them. Once again, these two teams play a close contest between the two. Nice pick by Cochran, a ball that was bounced before the plate by Culpepper, and Cochran with a nice backhand play to keep that one away from the backstop. It's 2-1. If that gets away, Coker has a guy in scoring position to tie the game. 2-1 to Adams. Missed it low, 3-1. A strikeout for Peter Adams in the 2nd inning, and then ground outs in the 5th and 7th innings. Also facing Culpepper for the first time. 3-1. Ground ball to short. Rodriguez attacks it. Flips to second for 1. Back to first. Safe at first. The game continues. Adams slid head first into the bag at first base to break up the double play. And with 2 away, Carson-Newman Pitching coach Jason White comes out of the third base dugout. Good pace to his walk to the mound with 2 away, and a pinch hitter coming in for Coker here as well. He will go to the bench for Bar Rock Boston. Boston, the pinch hitter for the Cobras here as their last life in this 9th inning. A .312 hitter this year. The freshman from Orlando, Florida, pinch hits for the Cobras. For the 9-hitter Edens, figure the conversation out on the mound was to talk about this pinch hitter in Boston on deck. And now his opportunity comes here in the 9th with 2 away. Last life for the Cobras. Culpepper sets first one home. Called strike to the freshman pinch hitter. It's a Coker team with only 12 home runs this year. Fewest in the conference. Boston does have 1 this year. 0-1 set for Culpepper. Picked first base. Back safely is the runner Adams, now aboard after the fielder's choice. Peter Adams, the runner. He's got 5 stolen bases this year. Only 7 tries, but getting an extended lead at first. 0-1. Runner stays put. Boston fouls it off, and the Eagles are a strike away from victory. 2 wins for Carson-Newman this weekend can secure another winning season at home. If they win 5 of their last 7 or 6 of their last 7 as well, they can get to 30 wins. It starts in this one, the 0-2. Pitch out on the fastball, ball 1. Eagles are at 24 wins. They have 7 games left in the regular season. Looking for consecutive 30-win seasons for the first time in 2 decades. Potentially 1-2. Swinging a foul ball out of play. Boston fights it off. Carson-Newman 5-5 in series openers this year. When they win the opener, they've won the series more often than not. 1-2 again. Fastball late, and Boston bangs it into the first base dugout for a foul ball. He stays alive late on the fastball from Culpepper to keep things rolling. One ball, 2 strikes. Another set from Culpepper. The pitch home is hit softly towards short. Rodriguez will take it to the bag himself, and Carson-Newman wins. A series opening victory for the Eagles here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex against Coker. An 8th inning run, thanks to an error, lifts the Eagles to a 25th win in 2026 and a 14th win in conference play. Brock Culpepper, the winning pitcher, his 2nd straight outing with a victory. He's 4-0. Cooper Mitchell falls to 0-3 in a game that took 2 hours and 32 minutes to play. Fun series opener. Coker tied it at 4 in the 6th inning. The Eagles with a late 8th inning effort, just enough to scratch across a run to win the series opener. And just for the 2nd time this season, Carson-Newman is 500 in league play. They take down Coker 5-4 in a close series opener between these 2 sides. We mentioned Mitchell, his 3rd loss of the year. Culpepper's 4th win. More wins for Culpepper this year than he had in his first 3 seasons on the mound for Carson-Newman. 4 different players had multi-hit days. Aiden Gibson led the way with a 2-run base hit in the opening inning for Carson-Newman to take down Coker by a final score of 5-4. 5 runs on 11 hits for the Eagles. They played error-free, which paid off. They did leave 12 in the game, while Coker left just 5, but they committed 5 errors. Had 8 hits and 4 runs in this game. Final score 5-4. Carson-Newman improves to 25-17 and 14-4 in the league. They'll maintain 7th place and will be a win away from a conference tournament berth. Coker drops to 12-30 and 9-19 in the league. and drops a half game out of 8th place by suffering this 1-run loss. The Cobras have now lost 6 straight games by 4 runs or less. Their last 6 losses have been by close margins this season. Series continues tomorrow afternoon. Senior Day ceremonies can be watched on Flow Sports. Those ceremonies will take place at 11:20 a.m. approximately. Carson-Newman will honor 13 seniors. 2 of them came through today big time. Aiden Gibson did as well. Brock Culpepper, the winning pitcher, will be honored tomorrow, as well as 11 other Eagles prior to a Senior Day doubleheader with the Cobras that begins tomorrow at noon. Andrew Rogers signing off here on the Eagles Sports Network. The Eagles win 5-4. A run in the 8th gets the Eagles the victory here at the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning with these 2 teams set to play 2 in the final home conference series for Carson-Newman this season. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning here from Jefferson City.